come across a dead body lying in some sort of ditch. You search the corpse and find some. You stay and wait. You defeat the giant. You find it was carrying a bag with some minerals. Despite the daytime, the sky is suddenly overshadowed by a thick, dark mist that slowly engulfs everything in its way. You huddle together. You find the hidden forest of Silver Oak. It feels like an enchanted land. 4 of your people will join the ranks. An elven druid decides it is time to leave the wilderness and begin a new adventure. an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea. Becoming an adult is an important You are set upon by a small group of angry-looking wood elves. Their eyes are blackened from the corruption of the elves sheathe them. One of the elves looks taken aback by your apology. She shakes her head and speaks. I cannot. The elves thank you for the food and you eat together. One of them speaks up. Thank you, friend, for you have reminded us of who we were, even if only for this fleeting moment. The whole land is shaken with the tremor. Before you is a group of black wolves attacking something. You see that the child is... You send a... You won. It was not easy. You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. The lead dwarf spits. Your men stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence. You have defeated the dwarven bandits. You realize a few of them have somehow broken their weapons in a last act of dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged. You find the place imprinted in your minds by the professors. It is an old tower that seems to reach the very skies. Its surface is pure ivory, yet strange. As you move closer, you see a balcony that looks unsettlingly like a large skull.
Seekers of knowledge, you say? And what makes the grand university? My apologies. They have these so-called scholars to... Indeed. Ileana, I sense your connection to your god. You say you seek answers to restore the power taken from your gods.
The girl, who stood silent. You enter the tower and find yourself walking on the surface of molten lava. The light surrounding you is blinding. The air is hot and stuffy. You begin to suffocate from the scorching air entering your lungs. A figure stands before you, staring down at you, unshaken by your distress. You feel you are in the presence of Svarog himself. Just as you thought you were going to burn into ashes, the light dims and the air becomes pleasantly warm. Svarog shakes his head as he speaks. Diplomacy is not always the wise choice, my children. Embrace the sun's power? Really? You think any human could withstand it? And you think I approve of such foolishness? Never mind. Your calling is true and honorable, so I will tell you this much. In order to restore my power, we need to build a shrine of the sun. You will track a creature for me, a creature that will hold what you need to make my shrine. I will give no more guidance. Perhaps your diplomacy will help you. You soon realize that the place where you will find enough gold Svarog spoke of is less a place, more a live Zmei, hoarding treasures wherever he goes. By the guidance of Svarog, you finally pinpointed the Zmei, and you see that at least it is a young specimen. There is no way to take the Zmei's gold without a fight, and you feel you need this exact gold to build the Shrine of the Sun. You must face the beast and prove your worth to Svarog. You defeat the Zmei and kill it in Svarog's glory. Not only do you find a stash of glimmering gold ore nearby, the Zmei itself turns into golden scales when it dies. This must be why it was the right beast for the task ahead. You feel power surging through you, and you know you can build this shrine in mere hours now. The shrine comes to life within mere hours. It is a glorious monument to the power of the divine light and its lord, Svarog. Once the monument stands tall, Svarog's power will slowly rise until he is able to help rebuild the pantheon and restore balance. It will take decades for the sun god to fully recover, but you stand at the brink of his rebirth, and you are the one to facilitate it. You feel the warmth and thankful embrace of your god as his might slowly returns to him. Before you depart, you see a dwarf approach you.
You are the one serving our Lord of Flames. My family has long been loyal to his cause, and I have been sent here to join you on your journey.
You feel he speaks truthfully, and in any case, you feel there would be little point arguing. Explore the land. A long shadow covers the sun. You outrun the street. One of you has never... are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred. The lead dwarf spits and grunts at you.
Destroy.
Your men stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence. You have defeated the dwarven bandits. You realize a few of them have somehow broken their weapons in a last act of dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged. A figure, clad in a ragged dark green cloak, slowly approaches your party. You take out the fresh carcass of it. Thank you, human. Once more you prove me ignorant. Here, take this gift as my friend and let us continue our journey. Slavers are a sadly common sight in Thea these days. The whole land is shaken. The tremor. You approach the slavers and see they are a mixed group of different. You killed all the slavers. Some slaves died during the skirmish. You gather up those who can still walk. The whole land. Many people get. You come to a place that looks like a barren hillside, with one old tree stump sticking out.
Ah, the forest, the giants and the planet that I do. Me. The planet I do. There are 2 ways for you to follow.
Scouts have spotted a group of Yelkalud roaming the... You come across your scouts. You find the remnant you were about. You beat the enemy and find a hidden treasury nearby.
You are ambushed.
A group of thugs stands in your way, bearing weapons and vile grins on their unshaven faces. They look determined and unafraid. From their confident stance and sideways glances, you beat the bandits. They scamper away with broken noses and bruised egos. Some will never leave this place. You see fresh boar tracks. It looks like a large... You come across... You have defeated the boar pack. You come across a female giant, a true wildwife, you believe. A wildwife cowers as you...
So, you say I am a giant?
Another night falls over thanks to the lad. You stop to rest and look up at the night sky when you see a swarm of crows. You can feel... You broke the spell, and suddenly you clearly see that a Striga mistress stands before you. Distracted by your words, the Striga weakens her magical hold on your women as well, and so they are able to strike. You come across a rowdy pack of young... The giants do not slow down. The Vielkalud see your ghost friend and scream like babies.
It's a ghost! A ghost! Sorry! Sorry, we will not eat you!
They let you go. Your scout spots... You travel through the hills in search of resources, and you come up. The two orcs speak together. The orc woman. The conversation. Inside you share the spoils and sit by the fire with the orcs. The woman nods in agreement. You discover another one of those great craters, clearly made by something tearing the ground apart. But this time, you see the giant who must have made this hole, lying dead on the ground. You helped some giant.